Hi, everyone. I'm Jane from Illumini Body. This is another one in the series of our hip stretches and openers. Today, we are going to be focusing once again on the hip flexors and the psoas. So the psoas is a hip flexor. It's sort of the granddaddy of hip flexors. It's a pretty big muscle, but it also is a spine flexor. So unlike the rest of the hip flexors, it has this double duty. So it attaches up here on the front of your spine and to the top of the inside of your thigh. So because it's also up here on your like lumbar and very bottom of your thoracic spine, we want to make sure that when we do these hip stretches, we're not shortening the low back, that we're keeping it long. So you'll see that in this upcoming exercise. I have a block here. You can have one just in case you need it. But the reason that I have it is because I want my foot to really be flat and anchored to the floor. We're sitting on a chair. This chair is like just slightly high for me if I scoot back. So I'm going to be forward in the chair, but I'm also going to use a block just to bring my hip into more of a 90-degree angle here. Okay. And my foot has a lot of just like anchoring here. Okay. So I've got one side of my hips kind of hanging off the side of the chair, and I'm using this hand to hold on to the chair. And this hand can hold on here, or it can hold on here. So one knee bent, foot firmly on the floor. The other leg is going to come behind you. So we're already going to start to get a hip stretch here, right? And I have my toes bent. Just going to scoot forward a little bit so you can see. And then from here, with this fully extended hip, I'm going to tuck my tailbone forward. This is going to keep my low back lengthened and just keep a little more length in the psoas. So I've got this really stretching. I've got this lengthening, and we're just going to hold here. I'm going to think about lifting. So my core is working. We're lifting up and away. We're not just like collapsing down into the chair. We have a nice, we're trying to decompress the spine and while we lengthen it down here. So we're breathing, and then we're going to release. We're going to do that again, scooping the tailbone forward. So you can think about it curling forward, the pelvis curling forward. This time we're going to add on, I'm going to have us bring the arm out to the side, and we're going to side bend away from that hip. We're going to keep this length in the spine. We're going to keep anchored here, anchored in the other hip. Just keep thinking about the spine lengthening as we side bend. So we're just getting a little extra length on this psoas. I'm going to breathe. And then lifting up and coming back. You can do that 3 or 4 times, maybe for 4 or 5 breaths, and then do the other side and see how it feels. It can be a really nice opener for both the superficial hip flexors and your psoas. Okay, thank you, and I hope you have happy hips, and we'll see you next time. Bye.